here for song number 9 for the Made with Arcade Output Sweepstakes Giveaway Challenge of Goodness. This one is, again, working with Poolside the Line. The sample set is called Many Miles, and it's a surprise. I don't know exactly what I will get when I open this particular sample set, so let me see what everything sounds like. And of course, I'm drinking my superfood coffee. It is the morning. I'm down at 90 beats per minute. I usually do 120. Turning it up for you here. They're not matching up seamlessly in a perfect way, and they have to, so don't worry. Start again, don't compromise. It's part of the rules. It's also part of the artistry of working with samples, trying to get these loops to seamlessly integrate. Timing is really everything. Still doesn't sound quite right. We'll get it though. Don't compromise. Keep going. So there's something a little funny about this particular sample that is not fitting perfectly. I tried 4 bars, I tried 8 bars, and I tried 2 bars, and it still doesn't fit together perfectly. So sometimes there's just a little problem with the way that things fit together. Let's see if we can make it work. It's not perfect. Better, starting to sound better. The only problem is I'm sounding good on this second instrument, but not sounding good on the first. So everything is a foundation. You guys are seeing me go through this process. Let's get this foundation right, because this one does not sound right. Let's do it right. That's the little problem right there. You heard it. Okay, and also we don't have to start off with that if that's not doing things properly, if that's giving us a problem, giving me a problem, the royal we. Then move onward and do this one instead. This one I really liked. Because I could add in a basic kick. Part of making music. All right, so that sounds really good and has a good flow. I will add in my own home-baked kick. Go to my drum hits over here. So I'm working, you can't see it very effectively over here. I'm working with Ableton Live. I go to my drum hits. I go to kick. And now you can have more. This is what I usually use. Doesn't sound good though. That sounds better. I just have to see what key I'm in. C minor, no problem. And I'm going to turn up this kick that I'm adding in. So that's got a little bit more of a, too much. So I'm setting up 8 more bars. Going over here to one of my drum racks. I like hollow point a lot. Both of those were off. Off. I had a lot of trouble with percussion this morning. Happens. You need more coffee. something interesting going. Now let's see what else we've got from the arcade line. Kind of nice. So I was listening to my percussion track over and over and over outside in the sun a little bit, and I really could hear what I wanted to sing in terms of a melody instead of playing, as I usually do, a melody line over this percussion. So I came right in, set up my microphone, I did audio 1, and then this is me doing audio 2, kind of like being another layer to myself in that, and more opportunities for innovation in my voice and in what I was doing. Now the editing process, now listening to it over and over obsessively, cutting out the stuff that doesn't need to be there, and obsessively creating the swoops in and swoops out, like, the way to taper the ends of all these vocal samples. Many, many hours of fun work for me. I'll be back. So back after a lot of editing, which I promised would happen, and I think that this song is a really perfect example of using arcade as like basis and substrate, and then being able to grow your own thoughts and musical creativity on top of there. So the upper 2 tracks that you have here in light green are arcade. Then I added in my own kick drum, and then I also added in some more percussion. And then what you see here in the dark blue, this is vocals. So I shared my raw vocals while I was actually singing them. And when you hear this, please understand that what I've done is a lot of effects. So because you heard my dry vocals, I've got this one, which is louder and with an effect on it. That's a wonderful plugin called Shimmer by Valhalla. Highly recommend. It's awesome. And then I have it also lower, so I double it, and I have it in a lower volume right below it. And then this was my backup over here, down here in dark green. And what I did was actually 4 doublings of this, some of which have effects on them, some of which are at a louder volume level or a lower volume level, and then I chop a lot out. So in some places, like here, I have all 4 tracks, and it sounds very powerful and very full, and in other places it's very sparse and you just hear a little bit and you just really hear my voice. And I love that. I love the push and pull, the dichotomy of those 2 things. And then what I ended up adding, because I listen obsessively over and over with my headphones, and I'm like, oh, this sounds great, but you know what this needs? Timpani, the dramatic kettle drum of the orchestra. So that is what I added in here in light blue. This is from my BBC plugin. It's Spitfire Audio BBC plugin. They're actually highly recommend. Wonderful and great. And because I needed some of that dramatic, like boom, boom, boom. And the top track is the one that is at full volume for dramatic moments in the song, and then the lower track is for the second track is lower volume, just in the background for some of these higher, more floaty, more ephemeral moments. So I'm very, very excited to share this with you. Thank you for listening. library from Arcade by Output so much that it's pretty much on every song for this album that I did called Boomerang the Rectifier. And also, please be sure to check out Meta Liberation, which also uses samples from the arcade almost on every song. Thank you so much.